Welcome to the introduction chapter. The focus of this introduction chapter is to understand the basics. We start with the Agile Manifesto and the 12 principles. We introduce the Agile project lifecycle and the various Agile terminology. We discuss topics such as Agile project management framework, project, program and portfolio management, process and also the various factors that can influence a project. Now let's hear from the coach for more details.
Thanks, Dave. Let me take it from here. So, what is Agile? Project Management Institute, PMI, defines Agile as a philosophy that uses organization models based on people, collaboration, and shared values. Here is the definition for Agile software development. Agile software development is a group of software development methods based on iterative and incremental development, where requirements and solutions evolve through collaboration between self-organizing, cross-functional teams. It promotes adaptive planning, evolutionary development and delivery, a time-boxed iterative approach, and encourages rapid and flexible response to change. It is a conceptual framework that promotes foreseen, tight iterations through the development cycle. Manifesto for Agile Software Development. In the year 2001, the leading Agile practitioners of the day declared through this manifesto the foundational basis for an Agile method. Let us go through the manifesto. Number 1. Individuals and interactions over processes and tools. Number 2. Working software over comprehensive documentation. Number 3. Customer collaboration over contract negotiation. Number 4. Responding to change over following a plan. It is important to state here that the items on the left carry more weight in comparison to the items on the right. Now, let us take the opportunity to go into detail on each of these manifesto items. Individuals and interactions over processes and tools. Agile emphasizes the importance of individuals than just the tools or processes. Agile recognizes the fact that communication happens best when it is face-to-face. Tools are only supplementary in nature. Extensive documentation is of little value when the understanding is still evolving. Instead, interact in person when possible. Agile teams are to be empowered such that they are self-managing in nature. What they need is management support and protection from interference, both internal and external to the project. Agile focuses on teamwork, and hence the teams need to be composed of generalizing specialists, where the team can support each other in times of need. Working software over comprehensive documentation. When a project reports 100% complete, it cannot be assumed that the software or the product is working and useful. To prevent this disconnect, it is better to have working software to measure project progress. Similarly, when stakeholders inspect a tangible working product, they are better able to provide feedback, which in turn helps in better decision making. Agile does not mean no documentation. All it means is that documentation should be done to the extent required based on the understanding of the work and the immediate need. As we will see later, this nicely connects up with the simplicity principle and also to the lean principle of minimizing waste. Customer collaboration over contract negotiation. Understanding the customer's needs is more important than putting everything in a contract. Inflexible contracts limit the options required to support customers' changing needs. Remember, change is the only constant in this universe and definitely so on a project. Change can arise due to many reasons such as market, business conditions, and so on. Agile advises us to collaborate with the customer to understand their needs and build to their satisfaction, instead of documenting everything in a contract. Customer feedback and guidance is required to ensure that the system is built as per their requirements. Responding to change over following a plan. Since the environment we live in is dynamic, it is necessary for the project to embrace change. Planning is more important than following a plan. Planning, as used here, is an action or a verb. That is, it is an ongoing activity. Plan represents a document in time, which implies fixed. In a dynamic environment, a plan is essentially outdated the moment it is created. Since business needs change due to various reasons, it is imperative for projects to accept changes to satisfy those needs. The key lies in recognizing the fact that change itself is universal. Agile projects follow progressive elaboration, where work to be done is understood in an incremental and iterative fashion. This leads to new discoveries and quite possibly changes the understanding. Agile Principles. There are 12 principles. Let us go through the first 6 in detail on this page, and on the subsequent pages we cover the remaining 6. In each case, we will also stress the keywords to help you summarize the meaning of the principle. So here they are. Our highest priority is to satisfy the customer through early and continuous delivery of valuable software. The key here is deliver value. Welcome changing requirements even late in development. Agile processes harness change for the customer's benefit. The key here is welcome change. Deliver working software frequently, from a couple of weeks to a couple of months, with a preference to the shorter timescale. The key here is deliver early. Business people and developers must work together daily throughout the project. The key here is collaborate. Build projects around motivated individuals. Give them the environment and support they need and trust them to get the job done. The key here is motivated team. The most efficient and effective method of conveying information to and within a development team is face-to-face conversation. The key here is communicate face-to-face. Now that you have learned the first 6 principles, let us summarize the keywords. And here we go. Deliver value, welcome change, deliver early, collaborate, motivated team, and communicate face to face. Now let's move on to the next page. Agile Principles continued. The remaining set of Agile Principles are as follows. Now once again, pay attention to the keywords. Working software is a primary measure of progress. The key here is working software. Agile processes promote sustainable development. The Agile project team should be able to maintain a constant pace indefinitely. The key here is constant pace. Continuous attention to technical excellence and good design enhances agility. The key here is technical excellence. Simplicity, the art of maximizing the amount of work not done, is essential. The key here is simplicity. The best architectures, requirements and designs emerge from self-organizing teams. The key here is self-organizing teams. At regular intervals, the team reflects on how to become more effective, then tunes and adjusts its behavior accordingly. The key here is retrospect. To summarize, here are the keywords again. Working software, constant pace, technical excellence, simplicity, self-organizing teams, and retrospect. Declaration of Interdependence. While the Agile Manifesto is for the project team, Declaration of Interdependence is for project leaders, and it runs as follows. We increase return on investment by making continuous flow of value our focus. We deliver reliable results by engaging customers in frequent interactions and shared ownership. We expect uncertainty and manage for it through iterations, anticipation, and adaptation. We unleash creativity and innovation by recognizing that individuals are the ultimate source of value and creating an environment where they can make a difference. We boost performance through group accountability for results and shared responsibility for team effectiveness. We improve effectiveness and reliability through situationally specific strategies, processes, and practices. Waterfall Model. Traditionally, project work done sequentially is termed as the waterfall model. This works best when work to be done is well understood. For example, drilling for oil or the construction of a building. In both these cases, the work to be done is well understood and can proceed in stages, such as from requirements to design, to development, to test, and to deployment, strictly in a sequential fashion. As opposed to this, next, we will discuss about Agile, which is iterative in nature. It is also important to state here that no one method can be applied universally across all projects. Each of these methods, Waterfall and Agile, have their own strengths and weaknesses, and it is left to the practitioner to choose the appropriate method for the work on hand. Let us move on to the next slide. Agile Project Lifecycle. Let us understand what is an Agile Project Lifecycle. Please refer to the diagram. If we were to take a top-down view, we notice the following. An Agile project starts with visioning, planning, and creating the product roadmap. It then consists of many Agile releases ending with a project retrospective. Each release itself starts with release planning and consists of one or more iterations and ends with a release retrospective. Each iteration starts with iteration planning and ends with review and retrospectives. In subsequent slides, we will discuss all aspects of the Agile project lifecycle in greater detail.
To buy the full course and other services, visit ProplanX.com.
Traditional and Agile project management differences. Now let us consider the differences between traditional and Agile project management. In traditional project management, the focus is more on planning. Scope is generally fixed and project success implies meeting the triple constraints. On the other hand, in Agile project management, focus is more on executing. Here, scope varies and generally delivering business value is the criteria for project success. In traditional project management, since scope is fixed, changes are not easily considered. Project manager executes a command and control style of management, and team creates interim deliverables before the final product. In contrast, Agile project management welcomes change. The teams are self-organizing and responsible for creating the incremental and working product frequently.
Answer these questions, please.
According to the Agile Manifesto, the best solutions can emerge through A. Continuous feedback, B. A team of specialists, C. Self-organizing teams, D. Short iterations. What is your choice? Continuous feedback. While feedback is necessary, this alone is an insufficient criteria. Self-organizing teams. This is because people who do the work know how best to solve them. A team of specialists. There is no implication that they are cooperating or self-organizing themselves. Short iterations. This will primarily help in identifying risks early on. Iterations in Agile help us to learn more about the client's needs and then go into more detail one step at a time. This is characterized as A. Roadmap, B. Incremental planning. C. Process. D. Progressive elaboration. What is your choice? Roadmap. If we know what to build, then a roadmap provides a long-term plan of what will be accomplished and when. Incremental planning. Planning can happen only if we know the end objective. The question is about defining the objective itself. Process. A process only details steps required to complete some action. Progressive elaboration. Agile supports the incremental understanding of the characteristics of a product and further refining it.
Here are the top benefits why you should buy this course now. Boost your career by preparing for PMI-ACP certification. Pay as you wish, a no-risk offer to you. Multimedia courseware. Realistic mock final exam and practice questions. Extensive testimonials. 21 hours course certificate. Courteous and prompt support. We hope you enjoyed the course. To buy the full course and other services, visit ProplanX.com.
Conclusion. Let us summarize what we learned in this introduction chapter. We covered the basic terminology used in Agile projects, such as release, iteration, review, product roadmap, product backlog, and retrospective. We covered in great detail the Agile Manifesto and the 12 principles, which form the basis for all Agile methods. Various terms associated with the Agile project lifecycle and Agile project management framework were introduced. We covered why empirical process is used when work to be done is not well understood. We also explained what a defined process is. We defined project management and the 10 knowledge areas and provided examples of how it is applicable in the context of Agile. Commonly used terms were defined, including project, project management, program, and portfolio management. Question and answer session. Team, do you have any questions?
Can I use Agile on all projects?
Remember, Agile is no silver bullet. That means it is not a one solution that fits all. Depending upon the type of project and other circumstances, you may have to resort to other methods as well.
How does understanding PMI's PMBOK guide help me in Agile?
Agile is a methodology that tells you how to do something, whereas PMBOK guide is a framework that tells project managers what they need to know in managing a project. Therefore, PMBOK guide processes can be used to whatever detail one wishes to on any type of methodology, not just Agile. You agree that no matter what the methodology, one needs to plan, execute, monitor, and control work activities, right?
Can you summarize some significant differences between the traditional and the Agile mindset?
Traditional methods work by having dedicated specialists work on one aspect of the solution, while in Agile, the entire team collaborates towards a solution. We also have the mindset of you versus me, while in Agile, it takes on a we are all in this together. Remember, while each has its own strengths, so do the weaknesses as well.
To revise, click on the topic.
For a quick recap, click on the term. Agile, a philosophy that uses organization models based on people, collaboration, and shared values. Agile Manifesto. Created by Agile practitioners, the focus is on individuals and interactions, working software, customer collaboration, and responding to change. Agile Principles. The 12 principles are: deliver value, welcome change, deliver early, collaborate, motivated team, interact face to face, working product, constant pace, technical excellence, simplicity, self-organizing team, and retrospect. Agile Project Management Framework consists of 5 phases. Envision includes vision and project objectives. Speculate, which includes requirements, backlog, and release plan. Explore, which means implementing the stories. And adapt, we check and act here. Finally, close. Agile Triangle. The 3 dimensions of an Agile Triangle are value, quality, and constraints, which includes the cost, schedule, and scope. Also simplified to be value, technical debt, and cost. Defined process. A process that repeatedly produces acceptable quality results. In this case, the underlying mechanisms are reasonably well understood. Empirical process control. A process that cannot be repeated due to the inherent complexity requires visibility, that is, the outcomes are visible. Inspection, which removes unacceptable variations, and adaptation for process adjustment. Iteration, a time-boxed activity for repeating a process with the goal of achieving the desired target or result. Typically, the result of one iteration feeds into the next iteration. Progressive elaboration. Continuously improving and detailing a plan as more information becomes available and refining it through successive iterations. Project. A temporary endeavor or set of activities that has a definite start and end and which produces a unique product, service or result. Project completes when its objective is reached. Project management knowledge areas. As defined by PMI, project management contains 10 knowledge areas: integration, time, cost, scope, quality, risk, communications, human resources, procurement, and stakeholders. Waterfall. A development process where steps are strictly handled in a sequential fashion. This method works for projects where clarity of work exists upfront.
Great! You made it to the end of the chapter.
Take up the quiz and activities that follow. Download content for offline study.
See you in the next session.